Hello everyone, especially to you ma'am. Hello. Our group we will discussing about the chapter 15, which is the payroll rule, bank accounts and cash of control or control of cash. Okay, after studying this chapter, we should be able to know the preparation of payroll and the corresponding payroll deduction, understanding the Emperor system of handling cash and mechanics of petty cash fund, know how deposit is transit and outstanding check are treated in the bank reconciliation statement, be able to prepare a 4-month bank reconciliation out of raw draft. Okay, before I start, I want you to know that I will not be able to read the statement above about but I assure you that I will explaining it in specific way based on what I understand on my topic. Okay, so payroll fund. What is payroll fund? So, in large companies, a payroll fund is a deducted bank's account used specifically for payroll expenses, separate from other financial activities. And also, this account operates under an Emperor system, meaning it is founded with a set amount at the beginning of each payroll period and replenish after employees' payroll are paid to prepare for the next cycle. So by keeping payroll transaction, it is a separate account. Companies can manage cash flow more effectively, simplify payroll tracking, and make auditing much more easier. Okay, so the next slide is the K-payroll terminologies and accounting treatments. Okay, so the image explain that the K-payroll terms and accounting treatments, number one is the payroll expenses. So, refer to costs associated with employees' compensation. O number two, ang contribution is the account title used to represent the employee share in employees' benefits. Additionally, number three is SSS contribution, which is called Social Security System, is a specific term for employees' contribution. So, which is a government mandated benefit for employees. These terms help categorize and track payroll related expenses and obligation in accounting. Okay, the next slide is payroll contribution and liabilities overview. Okay, the image that I show you is explain the outline period contribution and liabilities in the Philippines where employees contribute to PhilHealth, where PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and SSS for employees benefits. Payroll liabilities covered both employer and employees share for this contribution along with the tax withholdings and loan deduction for SSS and Pag-ibig. Okay, so the next slide is payroll is a company's record for employee earnings, detailing each worker's gross pays and deduction. The net payroll of takes home pay is a remaining amount after deduction like SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig contribution, taxes, loan payments, and with union dues. Mag-due na siya. This deduction fund essential services and obligation resulting in the final pay employees receive. Okay, Social Security System, or what we call SSS. The contribution about this is mandated by Republic Act 1161, requires all employees to contribute toward benefits like sickness, maternity, disability, and retirement contributions, and shared by employees via pay deduction and employers via business expenses. Any basic salaries are considered. Bonuses are excluded separately. The Employees Compensation Contribution, or ECC, provides insurance for work-related injuries or death funded solely by employees. Both contributions are remitted to the SSS. Next is PhilHealth. What is PhilHealth? PhilHealth is a Philippine health insurance program which offers financial and employees and their dependents medical costs, covering rooms and board, medicines, operating norms fees, and surgeon and anesthesiologist fees. PhilHealth is administered mid-care for private sector employees since October 1997. Next slide is Pag-ibig contribution. So what is Pag-ibig contribution when it comes of employees? Okay. So buying homes through a financing plan and ensuring they receive their total contribution including the dividends upon retirement contribution are equally shared between an employer, with a maximum of 200 pesos each, through employees may choose to contribute more. And that will be all my topic. The next reporter is Miss Dimple. Once again, good day everyone. I am Aldea Aparis. Have a nice day.
Hello, ma'am. My report continues from what Ms. Aparis discussed about withholding tax payable. On January 1, 1982, all employers are required to deduct from his employees the income taxes in accordance with the withholding tax payable. But in January 1, 1998, the law revised so that the tax is already included in SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, so it will not be deducted to the employee's gross income. Therefore, we will only discuss on how to record the cash disbursement journal and on how to journalize the payroll of Mr. Gutierrez. Before I discuss the journal of payroll of Mr. Gutierrez, we need to compute first the amount of Mr. Gutierrez's contribution in SSS. As what Ms. Aparis said in her report, SSS contribution will be divided between employer and employee. The employee will contribute 3.63% and the employer shares 7.37% in contribution of SSS. This is how we compute. The monthly salary amount 10,500 times 3.63%, Mr. Gutierrez will contribute 381.15 and will be deducted to his monthly salary. And employer share is the monthly salary of Mr. Gutierrez, 10,500 times 7.37% is 773.85. And the employee's compensation contribution worth 0.6% is added to employee share, so the total will be 783.85. To record the payroll of Mr. Gutierrez, the salary expense is debited for 10,500. And also the payables for SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig are credited for the respective contribution amount. The cash in the bank is credited also for 9,839.85, which is the net of Mr. Gutierrez after contribution have been deducted from his salary, so that this entry balances the total debits and credits. And put something a note after the entry, because the note is important because it provides a clear explanation of what journal entry represents, and it makes easier for anyone reviewing the records to understand. So we have to put a note to record salaries of Mr. Gutierrez with corresponding deductions for the month of January 28. To record also the employer's share in journal, SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig contributions are debit, and payables, SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig are credit. Here in the accounts or ledger, as we see in this slide, all are on credit sides. So this is the normal balance of the payables because payables are liability. So SSS premium payables on credit side 381.15 for employee, 783.85 for employer share, for a total of 1,165 pesos. For PhilHealth payables, on credit side, we have 125 pesos from employee, 125 pesos for employee share, for a total of 250 pesos contribution. And also for Pag-ibig payable, on credit side, 100 pesos from employee and 100 pesos for employer share, for a total amount of 200 pesos contribution. Now, upon remittance, we need to journalize our cash disbursements in the journal so we can identify which accounts are debited and credited. This makes it easier for us to transfer the entries to the ledger or the accounts. In journalizing, we see in this slide, SSS premium payable is debited 1,165 pesos and cash in bank credited 1,165 pesos, and put a note under to record remittance of SSS and EC premium for the month of January 28. And in PhilHealth premium payable is debited 250 pesos and cash in bank credited 250 pesos in a note to record remittance of PhilHealth premium for the month of January 28. And also in Pag-ibig premium payable, debited amount of 200 pesos and credited in cash in bank of 200 pesos. Put a note to record remittance of PhilHealth premium for the month of January 28. As we journalize the cash disbursement journal, we need to post it to the ledger so that the payables will be deducted from the previous accounts. This is our previous accounts. So we just put it under the red line box to identify, as you can see here, the debited SSS premium payables from cash disbursement journal amounting 1,165 pesos. Same goes also to PhilHealth premium payables. Debit from cash disbursement journal amount 250 pesos. And also Pag-ibig payable debit 200 pesos. So now it will be balanced. This process helps maintain accurate financial records and ensures that the liabilities for payables are correctly reduced as payments are made.
Good afternoon po ma'am. This is my report in financial accounting and reporting. My topic is all about bank account and cash control. Definition of bank account is a monetary account with a banking institution recording to the Linkalisova balance of money for a customer, or they can have a positively credit balance where the bank holds money in behalf of the customer, or a negative debit balance where the customer owns the bank some money, or some bank send statement of account to their clients to inform them about the state of their account. Muna po siyang definition sa bank account. So nataikon sa bank account sa deposit account. So deposit account is the bank holds money on behalf of the account holder of some banks, like charge or a fee, like kanang imong bayaran, or through withdrawal ba, or withdrawal or mag-credit ka, mag-deposit ba sa imong account, sa imong mo na itawag og kuan, deposit account. And there is a deposit account. Natay 4 types of account. Number 1 is checking account. Checking account is like kanang is one of my account, and to withdraw my money, like kanang checking account, like mag-withdraw ka, or like naghatag si mo o daan kanang pamaagi nga maka-withdraw ka og kwarta sa pamagitan bitaw sa cheque, nga na ang kuan sa checking account. Like na pa example na magamit og debit card, mo na example pud sa checking account. And sa number 2 is money market account. Ang money market account ay isang uri ng isang uri ng bank account lang gihapon siya. Kay money market account, like nagyapon siya bank account, di ba, na magbibigay ng mas mataas na interest kaysa savings account. Gayon pa man, ang money market account ay may limitadong bilang ng mga withdrawal bawat buwan, like market account daw, ug mag-withdraw daw ka sa isa ka bulan, na doon na siya limit nga withdrawal. And direta sa saving account. A saving account is a deposit account at the bank with a bank or credit union that allows to earn interest on your money while keeping in the safe. Accessible savings account are designed to hold money for long-term goals such as emergencies, retirement, or educational rather than everyday expenses. Like ano ning ana, like para sa tayo naman tayo account sa GCash ning ana, di ba natay maka kuandra o savings account, pwede pud ta mag-invest ning ana para if natay need nga gastuhanan, makakuha ta dito, maka-withdraw ta. And magbutang po tag, magkuha po tag kuan sa tuang bank account is isang nada isa ka pa maagi nga makapahatag sa tuwa o kuan, makapahatag sa o kaayuhan mag-imbak or magtigom og kwarta. No, nadre ang bank account ay isang mahalagang tool sa pananalapi na magbibigay daan sa iyo ng ligtas ng imbak at mag-withdraw ng pera. Mahalagang pumili ng tamang uri ng bank account para sa inyong mga pangangailangan. Like importante daw na magpili kag bank account nga like kanang legit or kanang tinuod nga na. And ang bank account ay isang mahalagang nga mo rin ito. Then ma'am, so sorry po na ako'y nalimtan po sa akong report is ang cash, ang term deposit po. Ang term deposit is a type of savings account where you agree to keep your money in account for fixed period of time, known as the term. In return for commitment of the bank offers you a higher interest rate than you would get on a regular savings. So term deposit like kanang makasave ka sa imong kuan, sa imong kwarta nga masave sa imong account, like kanang mo-commit ba daw ka sa imong ang ilahang gi-offer, mo-commit ba daw ka nga kini singkuan ka ani nga kuan anang ready ba ka ani nga mukomit ani nga mo ikuan si mo nga i-interest mo ang mga kuan mga high interest nga na para makuha mo imong regular savings account. And rita sa cash control po, define fraud and internal control. Principles sa cash control tayo ma'am is define fraud and internal control, principles of internal control, cash receipt or incoming cash disbursement or outgoing cash, bank reconciliation statement, recording and reporting of cash management. And cash control introduction is cash is a company most liquid assets, which means it can easily be used to acquire other assets, buy services or satisfy obligation. For financial reporting purposes, cash includes currency and coin on hand or like kanang cash, money orders and checks like kanang cheque, and made payable to the company like kanang credit card nga na. And available balances in checking and savings account is nga na po ma'am. Is kanang like para tong gingon nga cash or debit card or kanang checking lang yung ikuan sa ila ha. Depende lang po na sa ilang ikuan nga magbayad ka. Thank you po ma'am. That's all my report.
Statement mao ni ang sumpay sa chapter 15 which is ang bank statement. Kumingon tag bank, I know nga familiar na mo ani bank statement. Tanti jud kaayo ni siya dahil labi na nga naa kay record every transaction. Mao na ang ginatawag natong ledger. Bank statement is an initial financial statement document that details a transaction made in a bank account or a specific period, typically monthly. It serves as a vital tool individuals and business to monitor financial activity and maintain accurate record. There are three types of components of bank statement. Account information, include diri ang account holder's name o ang numbers sa account and also the statement period. Transaction details, kumingon tag transaction details kada bank nimo nga nakalist at najud kung unsay adlaw or ang pizza description o ang amount nga na-credit sa bank. Balance information, kaning balance information mao ni imong basihan sa overall nga imong na transaction, also helping account holders understand their financial standing. Importance of bank statements. Financial tracking, regularly reviewing bank statements help can account holders track their spending, manage and identity usual transaction error detection. Checking statements can help identify errors or authorize transaction. Tax preparation, bank statements are essential for tax purpose, providing necessary documentation of income and expenses. Loan application, financial institution often require recent bank statements when applying for loans or assess financial stability. Bank statements are crucial financial tools that provide insight into accounts activity, budgeting and contribution. Overall financial help regularly reviews and recommended for effective financial management.
Good day, ma'am. I will discuss this topic. It's all about the bank reconciliation as illustrated. Bank reconciliation is the process of accounting kung saan pinaghahambing ang mga tala ng isang company sa mga pahayag ng bangko nito to ensure their financial record are accurate and consistent with their condition. We have three methods of preparing a bank reconciliation. First is bank-to-book reconciliation. Second, book-to reconciliation. And the third, adjusted method. Next, adjusted method is a process when the company's record and the bank statement are reconciled to ensure that the balance is matched. This means between the two records are identified and adjusted to obtain the correct cash balance. Next, illustration. In the problem, we need to answer of the problem asked, such as reconcile the bank statement with the company records. Identify any outstanding deposit or checks. Then last, calculate the correct cash balance. Next, we have cash in hand, credit and debit. In debit side, we have a beginning balance na 10,000 and CRS na 25,000. Then sa credit side naman, we have 15,000 of CD chain. So we need to subtract the credit and debit. And equal is 20,000, which is 20,000 is our cash in the bank balance. Next, and this is the cash receipt journal. As we can see, there is a date, payor, OR number, and the cash in balance.
Good morning, ma'am. My topic is connected to bank reconciliation of Illustrated. A state security agency sole proprietorship business owned and managed by retired General Melvin Gutierrez. His business maintained checking account with Federal Bank of Mindanao. The agency used the Joe Special Journal in recording transaction and the impressed of method, handling cash and maintaining the cash in bank account for the month of February 28. So the Aztec Security Agency sole proprietorship down by General Melvin Gutierrez is retired to maintaining the check account of the Federal Bank of Mindanao. So the agency used the special journal. So the special journal is called Cash Disbursement Journal. So at this makikita natin sa Cash Disbursement Journal, meron itong mga cash voucher, mga names, at saka date, at saka month kung kailan. At saka meron din dyan balance. At ang total balance is 50,735. The bank statement of February was recorded by Return General Melvin Gutierrez on March 10, 28. So, na-receive or na-recorder na daw ni General Gutierrez or na-receive on March 10 ang cash disbursement journal. So sa second statement, meron Federal Bank of Mindanao Davao City Statement of Accounts. So at least makikita natin dyan, meron nakalagay dyan yung name, Aztec Security Proprietorship, tag-iya sa Akoan Business, and nakalagay na din dyan yung address Davao City. Meron din dyan month, pizza, at saka mga withdrawal at deposit at mga balance. So at least makikita natin sa Federal Bank of Mindanao Davao City Statement of Account na yun ng withdrawal at deposit. And then sa Cash Disbursement Journal is walang deposit at wala itong withdrawal. Pero sa Federal Bank of Mindanao Davao City Statement of Account, meron itong withdrawal at deposit. So at least meron siyang debit memo. Meron siyang debit memo. Debit memo on February 4 and her withdrawal is 1,200 65 at ang kanyang deposito naman ay mayroong 1,000. So, ang balance niya ay 9,735. Sa service charge naman, meron siyang service charge on February 21. Ang kanyang withdrawal ay 1,000. At wala siyang deposito. At merong balance na 15,735. So, what is debit memo and credit memo? Debit memo is abiso sa mga customer na nasa pagsasaayos ng debit ay ginagawa sa kanilang account na magpapababa ng pera na magagamit. Credit memo naman is dokumentaryo nagbabawas sa customer o mga kliyente or balance ng account. So, I think debit memo or credit memo is same on cash. Service charge is isang bayad na dinadagdag sa kabuuang bill ng customer para sa serbisyong ibinigay. No sufficient ang meaning ay isang termino sa pagbabangko na ginagamit upang ipahiwatig na ang checking account ay walang sapat na balance upang makasakop ng transaction o pagbabayad. No sufficient is kanaganing walay sulod ang ATM, mga inana, no funds, mga makita. So, error corrected is ang proseso kung saan automatikong itinatama ng computer ang pagkakamali sa araw na iyon. Error corrected is makita na siya sa ATM. Like, kung i-insert niyo ang ATM sa computer, mo na siya kung na or wala. Since returning checking, isang checking na hindi binabayaran kung saan ito ay nakasulat. Return check is para sa mga dato, like kanang mga dato nga igura maghatag og gamay nga papel. Tapos permahan lang nga nila o approval for approval na ng perma nila is kuan na siya. Kumbaga okay na siya, approval na kaayo siya. So, what is and the next and the last is as a reminder of the depositor and deposit are shown on the credit side of the bank statement because the deposit are treated by bank as liability towards depositors. So, bilang paalala ng mga deposito at ang pinapakita sa credit side ng bank statement dahil ang deposito ay itinuturing na bangko bilang pananagutan sa deposito. So that is my topic about bank reconciliation of illustrated.
Hi everyone, my name is Bernette Maicadi Simbrano and I am the reporter of procedures and preparing bank reconciliation statement. So in bank reconciliation statement, we have 3 steps. So the first step is compare the bank balance per bank statement against the book balance per cash in bank ledger. The second step is make a pencil total in the bank statement under the deposit column and compare the total against the debit entry in the cash in bank account. The last step is compare the amount in the withdrawal column of the bank statement against the cash disbursement journal. So now, I will show you a photo and we will compare the withdrawal column of bank statement against the cash disbursement journal. So the check that appears in the withdrawal column is 3,000, 2,000, and 5,000. So ang check daw or ang kwarta nga ning appear sa bank statement o sa disbursement journal nga sa withdrawal nga same is ang 3,000, 2,000, and the 5,000. While check that did not appear in the withdrawal column is 1,000 and 4,000. So, ang naa sa disbursement journal nga 1,000 ug 2,000 is wala siya ning appear or nakita sa bank statement. So, the check that did not appear in the withdrawal column are called outstanding check. So, kani si 1,000 ug si 4,000 is ginatawag na to ni siya nga outstanding check. To reconcile, outstanding check are deducted from the bank balance. So, in addition, there are two items nga ning nakita nato sa withdrawal nga wala pod siya sa wala siya sa disbursement journal, which is ang 1,265 ug ang 1,000. So naa siya sa bank statement pero wala siya nakalista sa wala siya nakalista sa disbursement journal. So si 1,265 og si 1,000 kay mo na siya ang nakabutang diri sa withdrawal column nga si DM og si CSC, which is debit memo og service charge. So the 1,265 and the 1,000, these bank charges are outright deduction from the depositor's deposit. To reconcile, the bank charges are deducted from the book balance. In reconciling the two records, these bank charges are to be deducted from the book balance. This is an expense of business that is being paid by the outright deduction from its deposit. So now I will show you a formal photo of bank reconciliation statements.